Cultural competency. What is it? The Canadian Nursing Association believes that cultural competency is an entry-to-level practice for competent registered nurses. It means being aware of other cultures. Like, what religion are they? What are their ideas of gender roles? And do they have a different way of making decisions? But what else? What is culture? For instance, what do you envision when I say black culture? What about gun culture? Gay culture? Those aren't based in religions or a specific country, but it does embody a movement and kind of describes a person. What if I said poverty? How does poverty affect a person's culture? I'm going to present a scenario based on real events so we can explore it further. Our story begins with a young man who is caught stealing. Police dogs take him down. The police take him to the hospital to receive care. His arm is seriously damaged by the police dogs. But the nurse is good at her job, cleans his wounds, and dresses them. On the surface, things are looking pretty good. He's received quality care and his nurse has been nice. But how do you think he feels inside? And what are some thoughts that she could be having? If we are to subscribe to the philosophy of social constructivism, knowledge is constructed through interaction with others. So, what is this person's world? What is their history? His parents were refugees, and they didn't have very much money. His parents were often angry at a lot of things, and without any coping skills, they often abused him. They beat him. And his sister too. They all grew up very angry. On top of that, he was a minority. He was picked on and ridiculed for things he couldn't really help, making his anger and sadness deeper. One day he meets somebody. They have a baby and he forgets how awful things are for about a minute. Then his old reality is back, poverty. Do you remember how hard school was? Now imagine being poor, being a kid with no power, having parents who hit you, and feeling like you're worthless. It actually feels hopeless. He dropped out of high school, and now, because of that, he can't get a decent paying job. Now it's his son's birthday, and he's brought back to what it was like for him. All he wanted as a kid was to feel special and have a birthday present. He just wants to give his kid a birthday present. Okay, so now I have to ask you, what did he deserve? Did he deserve to grow up miserable? Did he deserve a horrible childhood filled with fear and parents who took their frustrations out on him? Did he deserve to feel alone or to be beaten and afraid? Did he deserve to be the victim of social injustice and then be told he deserves it? Next time you have a thought pass your brain, like, you deserve it, that's not my fault, or do something about it, get an education, really think about what you're saying and what you're asking that person to do. Cultural competence is more than just recognizing that we all eat different foods or have a different religion. It's about really seeing the world from someone else's perspective and understanding or trying to understand what they have to go through. Cultural competence will make a difference. At the end of the day, cultural competency is about meeting people where they are and not treating people based on where you think they should be. Thanks for listening.